guys, it's Tori. So today I wanted to show you some of the artwork I've painted because I've recently switched my majors from international business to art education. I mean, it's still pending because I just changed it. But once it goes through, I'm going to try and be an art teacher because I realized I really love painting and that I really am an artist and not just like a businesswoman who likes art. So I wanted to show you today some of my paintings, some of my friends' paintings, and maybe tell you the meanings behind them. Okay, so this is the first painting I wanted to show you guys. I painted this back in high school, and we were doing a project where you had to take pieces of a book and you had to glue it all over your painting. So I did that, and I wanted to do it in kind of a unique way. So I also cut out this big cardboard piece and painted on her. And she was sort of inspired by like Nicki Minaj and like robots and cyborgs and all kind of stuff like that. And also she was inspired by my cousin, who's an amazing artist. So I'll have to show you some of her pictures later too. There's a lot of like hearts and love in it because I thought we should be more loving. In high school I always tried to push that we should just be more loving as a people instead of like fighting all the time. Okay, so this next painting I also did in high school. It's of Vermeer Man. It's actually not a woman. A lot of people, they always think that it's a woman. My art teacher actually thought that it was a woman too. But I paint my men very frail with long hair. I think it's very important for men to be in touch with their feminine side, to be open to emotions, and so that's why I paint them like that. And I actually hand painted all of these scales. I did one scale at a time. And I shaded every scale, so it actually took forever to do this. Okay, so these aren't paintings, obviously. These are some dolls that I found outside, and they were in really bad condition. This one here, she actually didn't have any hair. She was just covered in dirt and bald, so I hand glued all these little strings to make hair for her, and I painted makeup on all of them. I decided to do some monster makeup with these two. Thought it looked really cool. This was a picture my cousin painted for me. Again, she's an amazing artist, and I think she did this for my birthday or Christmas. I don't know, I really enjoy her artwork though. And I have another one right here. This is me on prom night, and it's incredibly realistic, you can see. She really inspires me. This is a drawing of Jeffree Star my friend did for me. He drew it for my birthday. I think we were still in high school, but he's amazing at drawing. I cannot draw like him. This is like the whole wall of drawings I have. My friend's little sister draws all of this for me. I always encourage her to work on her art because you can see it's actually pretty good. This is a picture my friend drew for me when she was a kid, and I have it hung up here along with this one. This is a painting my friend who drew the Jeffree Star picture did for me. My cousin painted this amazing dragon, and I told her I wanted a painting for my birthday. I think it was my birthday, or maybe Christmas, but she gave this to me, and I love it so much. Okay, so this is another painting I did in high school. My art teacher actually put it into an art gallery. I really don't think it's that good, but I really like the colors. It was inspired by like a mix of Marilyn Monroe and Lady Gaga. And we had to do monsters for our project, like monsters coming out of things. So I just decided to make it coming out of a person. I think I said the meaning was like how your secrets come out eventually and you sort of feel freed afterwards. This painting I did when I was out of high school for a few years. It was actually inspired by an old sketch I did in high school, but it was supposed to be a moon girl sitting on the moon, but I just turned it into the sun. I actually painted the background, the blue part over there, with my feet, so I could get all the colors that I wanted, just everywhere. I was a mess afterwards. And you can see her little pot of stars. It says stars in Korean. And a lot of people say it looks like my grandma. So this portrait was done when I was in Paris. We were all on the streets, and this guy just like called me over and said that he would paint me for cheap, so I just did that and got a discount. So I really like it. I did this painting in high school. It actually has a story to it. Everybody asked me the story, but I never talk about it, but here it is. The Fairy King, the guy in the middle, actually lured the human, the guy on the left, to his little fairy dance. I think he's gonna turn him into a fairy or something like that. Then I did this painting, I think last summer. It was inspired by the group Orange Caramel whenever their song A Bing A Bing came out. So I did this, and it's supposed to represent diversity and how we can all come together as different cultures. I did this painting in high school too. Doesn't really have a meaning. It was inspired by anime, and it was actually in an art gallery for a little while, not too long. And I did the red and the blue together like that, just kind of to trip people out, because when you look at it in real life, it kind of makes your eyes go cross-eyed. Over in the corner here, I have a zombie girl and some Harajuku girls. I have a male fairy and a female fairy. I painted her in high school, and she's like a rainbow fairy. And then I painted him after high school, and I wanted to do like the opposite of her, so I did a rainbow background and black wings to switch it up. Here I have this little painting I did. The background's really light because I did it by blowing bubbles covered in paint, like just little paint bubbles everywhere, and that's what made the background. This is another painting I did in high school. They made us do Holocaust paintings, and I thought that was really, really dark and just kind of made me upset to do it. So this isn't my favorite one, but I forget the meaning. Like, the butterflies represented the innocence and how they burst and just all the terrible things came forth. And then the man with the blindfold represents how the world turned a blind eye to the Holocaust. This is a more recent painting. It's a Mardi Gras girl, and she's just celebrating before Lent starts. Everybody always really likes the realistic bubbles in this painting, and I can never decide if I painted her as a mermaid or maybe somebody who's drowning. I think it's up to whoever's looking at it to decide. One of my favorite paintings. It's like a fox girl, and she's standing in the northern lights. It's not really realistic northern lights, but I still like them. And I painted her during winter break a couple of years ago. This is another recent painting, and I forget what I call it. I think it's like Soul Nights or something. And basically the artist is the guy in the blue shirt, and he painted this entire picture on this building for his girlfriend. And you can see on the left the little sign that says cheap apartments. And then here, most people don't notice, it's actually a little flower shop, and you can see the flowers if you look in the window. Painting I did for my mom because she really liked sunflowers. I did this in high school, so it's not the best. I was just learning how to blend. But the person in the picture is actually a guy, and he was inspired by Bo from the Japanese band Uncafe. This painting I wanted to show you guys is still a work in progress, but I'm working on this mermaid, and this is her boyfriend, I think, and she's actually drowning him, and it's supposed to represent how something that you love, how your passions end up drowning you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any favorite paintings, let me know. Hopefully this got us to know each other a little bit better, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!